Well, good morning everybody. How y'all doing? Pretty good here, and welcome to the channel. Hey, today is TRD Dual Exhaust install day on the Tundra back there. So what we have to do, we've got to get the Tacoma down and put the Tundra up. That's going to be interesting because it barely fits, but we're going to do it, and then we're going to install the exhaust on the Tundra. So stay tuned. It's going to be a fairly detailed install to show you guys how it's done. Here we go. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started. You notice I'm sporting the lovely RobMotive headband because I'm going to sweat to death out here. So we're going to start. Again, we're going to follow the directions. And it says right here, remove the V-band clamp bolt and clamp located in the rear of the original muffler. That is going to be this right here. So I happen to have an impact driver, I guess. And this is a DeWalt 20 volt, and this thing is awesome. And I love it. Anyway, we're going to start here. Okay, that takes care of the bolt. I did see some movement. I think that's encouraging. That means hopefully this tailpipe section is going to come off easily, and I don't have to try to muscle the whole muffler off, which would be freaking awesome. So let's see what we get here. It is hung here, and it's hung back there. I am going to go grab a bungee cord or something to stick on here just to make sure it doesn't drop. So let me go do that, and we'll be right back. All right, I've got a whole assortment of these things over here, and again, I just don't want this to drop, damage anything, so I'm just going to bungee it up just to make sure that does not happen. I don't want any surprises, you know. And that's not really a good spot there, so let's go right there. That just gives me a little bit of support while I'm doing this. So let's go ahead and see. Be able to just pull this sucker off. There. And I am going to save the hardware. I don't know why. So we'll screw this thing back in a little bit just to make sure that we don't lose anything. There. Now, next step. Let's go back to the directions. It says pry the passenger tailgate bracket loose from the rubber hanger. Lubrication such as soap and water on the rubber exhaust hangers can facilitate removal and installation. That's absolutely true, but we're not going to do it that way. What they're talking about is right up here. Let's see, right here. You're supposed to loosen this. That will in essence make that pipe freewheeling, if you will. And actually, you know what, since I do have the bungee cord holding it up front, I might just go ahead and do that because it's not going to drop down up there. It'll only drop a little bit back here. That's assuming it's loose from the pipe, and it does seem to be. You guys can see it maybe wiggling up there, so it does look to me like it's going to come right off. So I am going to go ahead and pry this off right up here off of this clamp so that we can go ahead and just drop this piece of the pipe. That's going to make things a heck of a lot easier. And I might spray a little bit of soapy water on there, so let me go grab that. All right, moving right along. You guys can see here I did place a couple more bungee cords, one under the muffler, and then one further up here under the pipes. Again, to support the system once I set it free. So, what we're supposed to do next are remove the let's see, it says remove the 4 bolts from the 2 front flanges located between the catalytic converters and the OE center muffler assembly front pipes. Retain the 4 bolts and 2 gaskets for reuse, although I think we have new gaskets. But what they're referring to, moving on up the system here, are these 2 bolts here and these 2 bolts here. So we're going to go ahead and pull those off. Move you guys back here out of the way a little bit. Actually, we'll put you right there. And this requires a 14 millimeter socket. What I used on the clamp to begin with was a 12 millimeter. So this is a 14 millimeter socket. We're going to start, I think we'll start up here in the front. That's as good a place as any, I think. Yeah, let's start up here. Alright, did drop a little bit there. I don't know if you guys could see that, but it sure did. And that would be this front section with the catalytic converter. Hopefully that's supported by itself. We'll find out. Let's go ahead and remove these. Oops, looks like I pinched myself right in. There. Try that again. Different angle. One. There's two. That's it now, except for the holders here. That should set us free. So let's see which way it tells us to remove this. It says pry both the OE center muffler assembly front pipes loose from the two rubber hangers located in front of the muffler and leave the rubber hangers in place. Alright. So let's see. So we're doing the front two, but not the rear one yet. There is one in the rear. So we're not doing that one yet. And I am gonna, let's see, I sprayed some solution on one of them, and I do need to hit the other one over here. So I'm gonna spray a little bit of my soapy water stuff on this one. I hadn't done that one yet. Front and back, of course. There we go. Again, we'll wipe that off so it doesn't drip all over me while I'm doing it. We only want it in the joint, not all over the place. Alright, so I'm supposed to pry this one loose and this one loose. Let's see, so there's one here and one right up here. So, we're going to see if we can do these by hand as well. I think I can. Famous last words. Let's take a look. Yeah, pretty simple. Alright, there you see why we have the bungee cords, right? Everything just dropped off right in my face. So, glad I have those cords. Let's go ahead and try the next one on. These are coming off way easy. I can't attribute it to my stuff, but I gotta tell you, they are coming off very easily. Now, let's get this other one back where it's supposed to be. Okay, and you can see right in your face the muffler is now just hanging there. So let's go ahead and get this last clamp off right here, and that's going to set the muffler free. And then we can go ahead and take it down. Make sure you guys can see up here. Hopefully right up in here. Actually, right here is the last rubber grommet. So we're going to go ahead and pull that off, and then we should be freewheeling. Let's go ahead and do it. There, it's completely loose. Let's go ahead and pull that off. There you go. Now the muffler's just, it's just hanging there. Gotta love these bungee cords, man. They are awesome. All right, let me go ahead and get that down. All right, next you guys can see the existing factory heat shield up there, right here. We're going to remove that and replace it with a bigger heat shield that came with the kit, and you do reuse the 2 bolts. They are 10mm bolts. So let's go ahead and take care of that. Start back here, I guess. Pretty simple. Of course, this thing's going to go flying. Alright, we got that part off. So let's see if we can't manage that. Be careful tightening it up. There, I think we're pretty good. I am going to grab a ratchet real quick just to make sure that tightened down okay. And we'll be back. Okay, you guys might be able to hear a fan in the background. It's a little hot out here. Anyway, we're ready to install the new rubber grommet holder for the exhaust. It's right here. And we're at the back of the truck, looking from the back forward on the left. So on the driver's side, right back just in front of the spare tire, up here. You guys can see up there, I believe so. Let me see. There is a hole. And you're going to put a supplied bolt that came with the kit to hold this bracket on up there. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, just so you know, this bolt takes a 12mm wrench. That's what we're going to hold it down when we're tightening it up. There we go. Let's go ahead and get this bracket put up there. You do notice there is a slot right here on this bracket that fits over an existing piece on the truck up there. So that's how you'll know if you have it right. If that doesn't fit, you're doing something wrong. So let's see about that. All right, you guys can see we've got that mounted up there. It wasn't too difficult, just a bit cumbersome. That's about it. But that's mounted up there. So next, it says we're supposed to install the new rubber hanger supplied in the kit. Okay, so now we're supposed to reinstall the rubber hanger, or install the rubber hanger. These things, I don't know if it makes any difference which way they go. I don't think it does, so we're going to just slip this thing on there. Should be easy, I think. Again, famous way. Oh yeah, man, that's like butter. Wow. Well, that was simple. Now, that is really the start of the install for the exhaust. So we're going to carry on to the next step. Okay, the next step is to put one of the rubber grommets on the new exhaust that you were supposed to take off of the truck. I don't recall it telling me to do that, but that's what we're supposed to do, and that is the grommet that's would have been right here. That's kind of in the middle, almost towards the differential in the back. You have the drive shaft here, so located right here. So we're going to go over and do that. Okay, that should be pretty easy to do. You have the grommet right here. Again, I don't know if it makes a difference which way they go. Sure doesn't look like it to me. So we're going to go ahead and put that on. Question is, which way? Looks to me like it goes on the bottom part here. So let's go ahead and slip that puppy on. It's pretty simple to do, really, not a big deal. So we have that part done. Now we move on to the next page. Moving right along, we're on page 6 of 9. Now we're supposed to attach the 2 hanger brackets of the TRD center muffler assembly front pipes to the existing rubber hangers and rods on the frame. So that would be these two, whoops, these two right up here that you can see right there. Those we're supposed to take underneath the truck and attach to the hangers. So we're going to do that next. Love those bungee cords again, man. They work great. So I need to get on the other side and see if we can't finagle this thing in the grommets. All right. You can see it took a little bit of finagling, but we got it up there. Now, make sure we're good here. Everything looks good at the moment. We are fully supported by the grommets now, so make sure we get those suckers on there, right? All right. All the grommets are seated now. You guys can see it. It is hung. Check out that look. I like that. You guys see that? Yeah, check out that look. Pretty cool. All right, so now I'm going to consult the directions. Got my directions here. Let's see. So we've done all that. Now it says, let's see. Verify the OE gaskets at the two front flanges located between the catalytic converter and the muffler front pipes are in place before reconnecting the pipes. Align the TRD center muffler assembly front pipes with the catalytic converter's rear pipes. Reinstall the OE bolts removed in step 2 on both flanges, ensuring proper alignment, and then you're supposed to torque to 35 foot-pounds. Little tip here, it says verify the gap between the flanges is even on both sides. That's so that you have that gasket in there properly. So we're going to go ahead and reconnect the pipes to the front part of the assembly here and move on to the next step. All right, now you guys can see the pipes sitting up here waiting for the finishing touches, the two rear tailpipes. First, we need to put new gaskets in each one of those, and they did come with the kit here, so we're going to go ahead and seat the gaskets on there. In case you don't know, this is what the gaskets look like. All right, one here and one here. So there, we have the gaskets seated. That wasn't too bad. That's my kind of install. Next, we have to grab the right-hand tailpipe assembly. Let's see, it says attach the hanger rod of the right-hand TRD tailpipe assembly to the rubber hanger on the vehicle frame. So, there's only one hanger left over here, and that is going to be right up here. So we're going to go ahead and grab the right tailpipe and see if we can't finagle that on there. And feed it through. There. We're now free hanging on the rubber grommet up there. So we have that part done. Let's see what's next. You guys can see it's just kind of hanging up there. Right there, goes on down to where we're going to connect it up eventually to the pipe here. But let's consult the directions again. It says align the right-hand tail pipe with the right-hand outlet pipe on the muffler and install the nuts and bolts. While tightening bolts, set a gap of 30 plus or minus 5 millimeters between the exhaust tip and the rear skid panel. All right, well, we'll have to see about that, but first let's go ahead and get some bolts in there. All right, you guys can see we have it on right there, all tightened down, all run through right here to the back. We still have the tailpipe covered to protect it while I'm working on this, the cover. But now we have to do the driver's side. All right, I'm going to show you how the driver's side goes because I just spent the last probably half an hour trying to figure out how this thing went on. We're going to start here in the back. We're on the driver's side. You can see it runs there, and then it goes up just left of the spare tire there, and then it takes a hard right See that hard right there? And then it goes up above on the other side of the spare tire, over the rear axle, and straight to the pipe, which is right up there. That's it. It's very simple. I was trying to go through over here. It does not go through over there. It will not fit. Do it the right way. Save yourself some time. Go around the spare tire just like this, and you'll be good. So now all I have to do is connect it up here and make sure the placement's right, and we'll be done. All right, you guys can see we are done. Check out those black tips. They are awesome. They're almost, it's like a polished, I don't even know. It has like a mirror finish on it, man. Really cool. Check those out. I think they look awesome. I know some of you guys are going to say, well, why didn't you paint the pipes? You know, you could have painted those black. I could have, but it's not permanent. If you do that, you're going to have to redo it probably every couple, 3 years anyway. So we're going to let it weather just to see how it turns out. I'll be curious. And if I don't like it, I can always paint them. So anyway, that is the install. It took me filming and doing it alone probably about 3.5 hours. 3 hours and 45 minutes, something like that, to do the install. If you weren't filming, probably would take you closer to maybe 3 hours, something like that. Maybe 2.5 if you're really quick about it. But I like to take breaks and stuff too as I go, so you know. Anyway, we're going to put it down and do a little bit of a startup. Let's hear what this thing sounds like. Okay, here we go. I've got 2 cameras set up. This one, which you're going to hear first, it's me inside the cab, obviously. The other one is set up behind the truck. It's running right now. First start, cold start of my new TRD exhaust. We're going to hear it together. Here we go. Bit of a grumble, which is what you get with a TRD exhaust. I can hear a little bit of a grumble, which is what I wanted. I didn't want anything crazy. Pretty cool. I can't wait to hear what it sounds like out back. Obviously I can't hear or be behind the truck while I'm in the truck, so one more time. There we go. Anyway, appreciate you guys watching. There'll be more coming. I have another mod pending, waiting, to further enhance the sound and maybe performance of the Tundra here. So that's going to be coming up. You'll have to stay tuned to see that. Anyway, appreciate you guys watching. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that thumbs up button while you're at it. And we'll see you next time on the web. Have a great day. Bye.